Well, let's go back to Leanne and Steve Barkhouse. They're going to talk a little more flooding before they get into other things.
A little more flooding before we get into planning your dream renovation and preventing it from becoming a nightmare renovation. But Steve, you're always very conscious of the handy people out there and the do-it-yourselfers,
right,
who may want to tackle a flooded basement or a leak on their own.
Yeah, my advice there would just be that deal with the things that you can get air to. So if you can open something up and you can get airflow into it, or lift the floor back and get airflow into it with some fans, great, you'll dry it out, everything should be fine. It's when you can't get full access to it and you can't get airflow in that the mold will start to grow, and that's what we're trying to prevent.
So you need a wet vac, you need fans.
Fans.
You need help. You need a friend.
You need a friend. Yeah, it's always good to call a friend.
So, and that's for the basement, and of course, those who are without power and dealing with a backed up sump pump, that's just incredibly stressful.
Yeah, call insurance, right? They've got emergency guys that will come in there, they'll pump that water out, they know what they're doing, they're going to get everything out of there, they're going to mitigate the damages so the costs aren't that bad, so your insurance rates don't go up.
And if in fact, right after the program, you head outside on a ladder to clean the leaves out of your eaves trough to prevent flooding, please have someone holding the ladder. We don't want any broken hips or wrists.
And I'm sorry you have to do it, but you got to get out there or that water's going to back up on you.
But true confessions, I haven't done mine, and Steve said that he meant to do it on Saturday, and
we're out there tonight.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on to renovations, because that's what you actually did come here to talk about today. Common renovation planning questions. The first one is, define your dream. What's the dream, Steve?
Yeah, and we talked about planning, but in the last segment we talked about how they identified their goals for the project. So oftentimes it comes down to pain. What's painful, and is it that when you open the back door, you knock someone down the stairs, there's not enough room, that you need to expand that, there's not enough storage, maybe things are getting outdated or old or breaking. Identify what you're trying to achieve, write it down. I always suggest that both partners get together. If it's a partner situation, I recommend a bottle of wine, maybe some cheese, and go through your list.
Counselor?
Maybe. Well, the renovator often becomes the counselor, and we want to avoid that.
They say that that's a great test to a relationship. If you can survive a renovation, it says a lot.
Yeah, well, it takes so much communication, right? And you have to be on the same page, so that's why.
So what type of contractor do you need would be your next question.
Yeah, we get that a lot. So if it's a trade contractor, if you're just changing some plumbing or electrical, you hire them directly, no problem. If you're replacing some new installs like windows or shingles, again, go straight to the installers. That's not a problem. It's only when it's something bigger than that, it involves more than one trade, that you would look towards, again, doing the drawings first. So you might have an architect or a designer, and then you can have a project manager or a general contractor, and then they would work with the designer. Or you can go, in case you've noticed my shirt where I sort of focus, but design build sort of puts everything under one roof, if that's the style you're after.
You know what I didn't mention, and the flood threw us off. Congratulations. 7th year Renovator of the Year in our region.
Thank you very
Congratulations.
much.
That's fantastic.
Thanks.
Which is why, you've earned that reputation, I guess, not doing cash deals. What's a cash deal mean, Steve?
We get the question, I'm going to save a ton of money, can I do it? Well, I would hope that you're going to save a ton of money, because you're not paying HST, you're not paying corporate taxes, personal taxes, CPI, WSIB, all of the things that put you at risk. There was someone that just fell in Toronto. I just read about it. The painter fell and the people lost their house because there was no insurance. So you've got to be careful of that.
So when you are making an arrangement with someone, as you say, can I just pay you cash and do this under the table, then you're open to liability.
You are, and that's the big fear. But that's not usually what happens. Like that's the rare instance. It's more the contract has everything written down, so you know what you're getting. You're setting expectations ahead of time. People know what they're going to get for the money they're going to pay, when they're going to pay it, so that there's no misunderstandings. And that's what you will really want to avoid.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I think we managed to get through almost
Did we really?
everything except for the can I live through a renovation. You have 30 seconds. Can you live through a renovation?
So the quick answer is yes. It depends on your how much you can put up with. We've had people live through full renovations. They shower in the laundry tub downstairs. A full family lives in one bedroom and uses the washer in the basement. But that's what you want to talk about with your renovator. What will it be? There will be dust, no matter how much we try to clean the air and seal it off. There's going to be some dust. It's what your threshold of pain is and how much you want to live through. It's much easier usually for a major renovation just to find somewhere to rent and pop out.
A friend's basement,
exactly.
Your in-laws,
a cottage,
Airbnb.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve, thank you so much for not only being here today, because we needed you on the water issues, but thanks for the inspiration. We have a link on our website to Steve.